Well, we'll get back to local politics and the economy here in just a minute, but we're going to step onto the national stage for just a few moments here with our political analyst, John Dadian. Been a lot of news this week of a political nature. Some of it you have to try to sort through and see how significant it's really going to be come November. The big announcement was President Obama. Now, changing his position 180 degrees on gay marriage and saying now he fully endorses gay marriage. And not only that, went on to say at George Clooney's house last night, he thinks that's where America ought to be headed. That's the, indicative of the kinds of things that we should be doing as a country. How does that affect the race?
It's affected it on both sides on one very particular area, and that is what we're going to talk about on the local also is fundraising. They raised millions of dollars, the Democratic Party and the Obama campaign. Within the first 90 minutes of that announcement, they raised over $1 million. Just boom, people just heard about it, picked up the phone, made a pledge. Now, on the other side, it's also helping the Republicans raise money also. And what this helps Romney strategically is those conservatives who maybe aren't completely at ease with him, et cetera, because they agree with him on his position on this issue, this kind of cements their support. So it was kind of a win-win for both sides, more or less.
Now, in the end, though, all the polls indicate that the economy is by far and away way outdistances any other issue in terms of significance. Is this a distraction from that discussion and maybe even a welcome distraction by the Obama administration right now?
That's a great question, Mark. I think a welcome distraction in the sense that gets them away from the economy. But again, because it is a distraction, it's going to last next couple of weeks or so. By the time we get in the heat of the campaign, end of the summer, when the national conventions are hitting, it's going to be about the economy.
Okay, let's talk about Romney then quickly here. This incident that supposedly came up, we're back in high school. He bullied a kid. Maybe he and some friends held the kid down, gave him a bad haircut. And it's painted as a bullying situation. The kid was effeminate, they say, and was suspected of maybe being gay. Romney's saying, you know what, 43 years ago, I don't even remember it. I'm a different person now. If I offended anybody, I'm sorry. Interesting the timing when that particular story comes out as well.
Well, again, on one hand, anybody in the public sector is well aware that every little issue since they were 2 years old is going to come up. I mean, and unfortunately, that's the world we live in. I actually had an incident a couple of years ago, ran into an old high school mate I hadn't seen for 30 years, bullied me, apologized, said, boy, I can't believe, what a jerk I was when so he was in high school.
People change, and it is a different world now, too. We do tend to look back in the rearview mirror on certain things that we did as kids, and we think, man, that just wouldn't be appropriate now, and I guess maybe it wasn't back then either, but we were kids.
Isn't it a good thing that the gentleman we're considering becoming the leader of our country learned from that incident? That's how I look at it.
Okay, well, we'll see if that story continues to have legs. Let's get back locally. Well, we got to hit on the Clooney dinner really quickly last night. They thought they might raise around $12 million. Now it's looking more like 15. The gay marriage announcement likely helped with that. Is that a record setter for a private fundraiser?
Absolutely. It is for one event, without a doubt. But again, if you're part of the Hollywood crowd, if you're part of, want to be, with the White House, that was the event to go to. People came from outside of Hollywood and all over the country to attend that.
Okay, unfortunately, we've barely got time to touch on local here, but let's hit this Lorena Gonzalez story here. This is a big deal, and this is in the paper again today and so forth. So this story is significant locally.
Shouldn't be a big deal. It is. It's really mushroomed. It's continuing. It started a couple days ago. Basically, in a nutshell, Lorena Gonzalez is a major head of the major labor union here. She has a daughter who's very accomplished, though it is in high school, but does tremendous amount of things. So she gave a contribution, the daughter, to a candidate who's a different candidate than her mother's endorsing. Okay, that's fine. However, a conservative blogger made the accusation that maybe it was money laundering. If you're going to accuse somebody of illegal activity, you better be able to back it up. And the daughter is very well spoken. She has a great response in today's paper saying, I earn my own money, I pay taxes, I do what I want. Agree with my mom a lot of times. Sometimes I don't, and this is one time. And I made that contribution because I support this candidate, as it should be.
All right, John, I'm gonna let you go now. I'm going to mention, though, that you are doing a mayoral debate. When?
A week from today, University Club, 7:30 breakfast. It's going to be mayoral debate, and again, we're counting down days to the election, so this is going to be the one to watch.
Okay, and we'll talk about, the next time we talk, more about some of the local stuff going on in that race and who's endorsing whom and some of the accusations flying back and forth there. But it's going to be interesting leading up to the election.
Chinese proverb, be grateful you live in interesting times.
Okay, see, now, be grateful you live in interesting times. Okay, I am.
Very
Thanks,
good.
John. Good to see you.